Morning students, myself Mrs. Shalini Singh, Senior Assistant Professor, School of Pharmacy, BBT University. Today I am going to discuss the topic methods of expressing concentration and primary and secondary standard in pharmaceutical analysis. Now let's start our topic, that is methods of expressing concentration. The word concentration is a term frequently used as a general term referring to a quantity of substance in a defined volume of solution. The expression of solution concentration involves similar bases in all systems with respect to weight relationship of solute and solvent. The methods of expressing concentration are based upon chemical formula or combining power. There are so many methods present for expressing concentration in pharmaceutical analysis. We will discuss all the methods one by one. First method is molarity. The molarity of a solution express the number of moles of solute dissolved in 1000 ml of solution. Or we can say that the molar concentration of the solution is defined as the number of moles of solute per liter of the solution. Thus the formula of molarity will be number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution in liter. Molarity is also expressed in the number of millimoles of a solute per milliliter of the solution. It is influenced by change in temperature also. The reason behind is molarity is the basic measure that involves volume of solution. Thus a change in volume due to change in temperature affects the molarity. Next one is molality. The molality of a solution expresses as the number of moles of a solute dissolved in 1000 gram of a solvent. Or we can say that molar concentration of the solution is defined as the number of moles of solute per 1000 gram of solvent. Molality is represented by the formula weight of solute divided by weight of solvent into molecular weight of solvent into 100. Next method for expressing the concentration in pharmaceutical analysis is normality. The normality of a solution expresses the number of equivalents of the solute in 1 liter of the solution. So the formula of normality will be weight of solute divided by equivalent weight of solute into volume of solution. The next method is formality. Formality may be defined as the number of gram formula weight of the solute dissolved per liter of the solution. So the formula of formality will be gram formula weight divided by liters of solution. Next method of expressing concentration is percent concentration. Here concentration is expressed in terms of percent, that is parts per 100. This percent concentration is expressed in different ways for different solution. So first one is percent weight by weight. It expresses the number of grams of solute in 100 gram of the product. The formula for percent weight by weight is mass of solute divided by mass of solution into 100. The next method is percent weight by volume. It expresses the number of grams of solute in 100 ml of the product. One example is H2O2 solution 5 to 7% weight by volume. The third method under the category of percent concentration is percent weight by volume, percent volume by volume. It expresses the number of milliliters of solute in 100 ml of the product. One example is alcohol 95% volume by volume. Next method under this category is percent volume by weight. It expresses the number of milliliters of solute in 100 gram of the product. Next method of expressing concentration is parts per million. When the concentration of a solution is expressed as parts per million, it means weight in weight unless otherwise specified. It is the number of grams of solute contained in 106 gram of solution. Let's start our next topic, that is primary and secondary standard. What is standard in pharmaceutical analysis? In pharmaceutical analysis, the word standard means a material containing a substance of our interest with a known concentration. We can express this with definite numbers with proper units. So the solution of accurately known strength are called as standard solution, and it can be prepared by taking a known weight of reagent that is highly pure in a definite volume of solution. Now we will discuss the function of standard solution. It provides a reference using which we can determine unknown concentration of a solution. So it can be used to determine the unknown concentration of solution. The second function is to standardize of volumetric solution. The third one is preparation of secondary standard, means we can use our primary standard for the preparation of secondary standard. And the last function is to calibrate an instrument. Primary standard. It is defined as the substance of known highly purity, that is 99.95 to 100.05% with respect to the active component, which should be stable at high temperature for drying used to standardize the volumetric reagent. A primary standard is a reagent that is stable, it is not hydrate and has a high molecular weight. The substances which are available in pure form with definite chemical composition are called as primary standard. Primary standards are typically used in titration to determine an unknown concentration and in other analytical techniques. Primary standard has high level of purity, low reactivity, high equivalent weight to reduce error from mass measurements. It should not be hygroscopic. It should be non-toxic, inexpensive, and readily available. It should have highly relative molecular weight so that the weighing errors can be negligible. The substance should be readily soluble under the condition in which it is employed. The substance commonly employed as primary standards are mentioned below. In acid-base titration, sodium carbonate, sodium tetraborate. In complex formation reactions, pure metal, it is zinc, copper, magnesium, and manganese. In precipitation reactions, silver, silver nitrate, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, and potassium bromide. In oxidation reduction reaction, potassium dichromate, potassium bromate, potassium iodate, and sodium oxalate and pure iron are used as primary standard. Secondary standard is a chemical that has been standardized against a primary standard for use in the specific analysis. Secondary standards are commonly used to calibrate analytical methods. A secondary standard is a substance which may be used for standardization. It is a standard that is prepared in the laboratory for a specific analysis. It is usually standardized against a primary standard. A secondary standard, we can say that it is a solution which contain exactly known amount of the substance in unit volume of the solution, which is determined by titrating against a primary standard. It is a substance which for one or more of the reason cannot be used as primary standard. Example, sodium hydroxide cannot be used as a primary standard for the reason that it absorbs water and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and the composition of its solution is subject to wide variation at different periods. In other words, we can say that a secondary standard solution is a solution in which the concentration of dissolved solute has not been determined from the weight of the compound dissolved, but by reaction, that is titration, of a volume of the solution against a measured volume of a primary standard solution. So, thank you, students.